Today we're talking about the British pound as it tests a key level at 128.50 ahead of this week's FOMC. We're going to talk key levels and also the considerations for the 4-hour and daily chart, and also the latest on the DXY. Now, before we get into today's analysis, I do have an important announcement to make, and that is that the VIP group that I run for traders that includes a community and also course got a big upgrade recently. And I also want to tell you guys that this is going to be one of the last times I offer lifetime access to that group. So going forward, it will be a monthly subscription. So if you guys want to get into, the VIP group with a lifetime membership, now is the time to do it because it is transitioning. But I do want to be clear that the VIP group is alive and well, guys. In fact, we just got a big upgrade. So I do want to show you that really quickly here before we get into today's video. This is the new platform that we're using. So you can see we've got a community in here where you can come in and, look at videos, chat with members. We've got, hundreds of members in here already. And we've also got different categories for each market. So we've got forex, crypto, commodities, stocks, and then also the classroom with the course that's out now. I've got 3 other courses lined up for this year. And furthermore, later this year, within the next few weeks, we're going to start doing daily coaching calls. So right now I do put out a daily video for members, but soon that is going to transition to a live coaching call where you'll be able to ask questions on the video. All right, so a lot of exciting stuff coming for the VIP group. But again, I did want to tell you guys that this is one of the last times you can get lifetime access to the group because it is moving to a monthly subscription, okay? So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get into the charts here with the pound. And if you guys have seen recent videos, you know about this area down here at 128.50. And you can see that once again, we did get a retest today and even just below that into these highs from right back here, okay? So this is that pocket of support down here that I mentioned. And you can see where so far the pound is holding above this. Now, if you go toward the 4-hour time frame, what you're going to notice here on the 4-hour chart is that we do have a potential reclaim down here at this area. So if you look out here at the 4-hour, you can see where we've got several highs back here in this region and this low, okay? Now, today we did get a close, below here on the 4-hour, okay? So 4-hour close below and potentially a 4-hour close back above. However, here's the critical part of this. First of all, this is all intraday. This is the 4-hour time frame. It's not as convincing as something on the daily chart because volume is conviction when you're trading, and there's a lot more volume in a daily candle than a 4-hour candle. And furthermore, if we look at the DXY right now, if we look here at the 4-hour time frame, you can see where this 104.5 level is the one that I mentioned over the weekend, where you can see resistance back here. Even this high right back here was very close to it, and we did get a break above that so far this week. So the DXY right now is holding above 104.5. Granted, this last 4-hour candle close isn't a great look for bulls, but at the same time, you really don't want to be shorting the US dollar, in my opinion, into 104 as long as the market is above that mark. So this is where using the DXY in combination with things like the pound or the euro really come into play, right? Because again, you don't, in my opinion, want to be longing this market here with the pound when the DXY is still holding above 104.5. So that could change. We could see the DXY close back below here into today's close or even tomorrow, which if it did this and it closed back below here, then of course, this could be a failed breakout and we could look at a run down here toward these lows and potentially a full retest down there at 104. So that's still a possibility. I'm not saying that it's not, but right now with the market holding above 104.5, it is still constructive. Now for the DXY, if we go here toward the daily chart, this is what we've also talked about where we've got this trend line off of some of these lows here. Okay, so going back to this closing price, we've got this trend line off of these lows, and so far we've seen no retest up here. You can also see that we've got several highs back here, lows, highs through here, lows and highs, right? There's a lot of action up there around 105, and this is why I continue to think that this could become a target for the DXY over the coming days. Okay, so if you are trading the pound, the key takeaway here is that you've got to look at the DXY as well because right now, again, the market is technically holding above 104.5. All right, so that's a significant consideration if you are trading the pound or even the euro, because again, this market right now, the pound is just barely holding above that 128.50 level. And there are still several hours left in today's session. So the pound could actually close down here in this area, in which case we're looking at 128.50 flipping to resistance. Now, where could the pound be going here over the coming days if we do see the DXY head up toward 105? Well, if the DXY can hold above 104.5, because that's going to be key, then in my opinion, we are potentially looking at a move down here toward this trend line from the 2022 highs, the very early 2022 highs that we've talked about off of several of these swing highs here for the pound. Okay, so this level comes in down there around 127.50 or so. So this could come into play over the coming days here, especially with FOMC coming up, because we also have the bottom of this channel down here. Okay, so this is that 2022 trend line, and we also have the bottom of this channel. Okay, so this area down here could come into play for the pound, especially with FOMC coming up. So I think you've got to be really careful trying to trade this on the intraday charts. Like I said, especially with the DXY holding above 104.5. So I still think that this area down here for the pound is going to come into play. It's just a matter of, do we see the pound break down here early this week and target this area, or do we see some relief first before we get that push lower? But either way, it's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I do think we are likely to see the 127.50 area for the pound over the coming days. But again, just be really careful going into FOMC this week. Subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Don't forget to join us in VIP. This is one of your last chances to get into VIP course and community with lifetime access. Click on the link in the description of this video, or if you're on the website, click on that join VIP link. I'll see you on the inside. Trade well up there, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.